Welcome to Team Wild's Academy. This week I'm going to be fixing the scope onto this lovely Daystate Huntsman. Now usually when I'm doing something like this I have to go and find my tools. The kids have been fixing the bike, they've left this piece in the garage. The wife's been fixing something in the kitchen, she's left this piece in the kitchen. So I'm looking around everywhere to get all this gear together. But not anymore. This week I'm going to be using the Toolio professional scope mounting kit. This has got everything you need to fit a scope and it's in one box. So what do you get in your Toolio scope mounting kit? Let's have a look. We've got a Toolio 3-way wrench, a 15-piece screwdriver and Allen key set, thread lock to hold all your bolts in place, a scope level to make sure your crosshairs are all lined up, and a microfiber lens cloth to clean everything off once you're done. But will this little box of tricks have everything I need to fit my scope? Let's give it a whirl. Okay, to start with, I'm going to fit the scope mounts to the receiver. Now to do this, I'm going to have to slacken off these bolts and take out these bolts completely, ready to sit the scope on top. And for this I'm going to use the 3-way wrench and use the relevant head that fits. The wrench allows the bit to be inserted firmly, and then that becomes your way of loosening or tightening. Okay, that's all the relevant bolts out now. Now I'm going to have to fit the scope mount bottoms onto the receiver. Now, I'm not going to tighten these up because I may have to move them. So I'll just put them on finger tight. Now I'm going to drop the scope. I'm using a little Centerpoint 6x24x50 here, cracking little scope. I'm going to sit that on top there, and then I'm going to put down the scope mount tops onto there, and we'll screw them into place. Now I'm going to use a bit of thread lock on these bolts when I put down the when I put these tops on. I may swap this scope from this rifle to my other hunting rifle, which is the same make and model, in which case I'll just take it straight from the receiver and swap it across. So I don't mind the receiver ones moving, so I can take them off, but these I want locked down as well to go. Now the thread lock works on this principle. You put a blob on the thread, and then when you screw that in, it mates and seals as it's going in and gives you a rock steady finish. Now there isn't a lot of recoil on an air rifle anyway, but if you were using something like the Ruger No. 1, which Ian Alfred's used all over the world, then you would put a bit on the receiver as well, because you wouldn't want that scope moving anywhere. And that's everything on there. It's all secure, it won't drop off, but it's not tight. I'm going to check it now, my relief, see how we are with our relief, and then we're going to get it leveled out. So now I'm happy with the eye relief. I'm going to go on now, and I'm going to make the scope level so that the crosshairs are level with the gun. You do that by taking this, place it on the receiver. Now we need to make sure that the gun is level and the receiver's level before doing any more. So we adjust the gun in the gun vise until it goes level. Now that's level. I pop that off, stick it up on top of the scope. I can see it's leaning this way, so I need to now rotate this scope but keep the gun where it is, until the bubble is smack bang in the middle. And there it is. Now when I check this, everything should be all lined up, all nice and tight, ready to go. I think I'm good with that. Okay, so now I've got the scope in place, everything's level, I'm happy with the eye relief, I'm good to go. It's just a case of tightening everything down now. I'm going to start with the receiver bolts, tighten those 4 in, and then I'm going to go onto the top ones. I'm going to go in sequence, so I'll start here, then across to this far left side, then here, far left, and tighten up in sequence so I get a nice even pressure when I'm tightening down. Also, with the real Avid scope mounting kit, you get this cracking little cloth. Now, this scope's been hanging about in the garage for quite some time, so it'll have a bit of dust and what have you on there. But it's always good to have a good quality cloth to clean your optics. Just make sure there's no scratches, etc. on them. So there you have it. That is how to fit your scope or scope mount using the real Avid Toolio scope mounting kit. Does what it says on the tin. All that's left now is for me to go and have a play. Job done. Subscribe to Team Wild TV for all the best hunting shows on YouTube.